Hello everyone. Hi, this is Weltha. Okay, you guys, so today we're going to make a baked spaghetti recipe. Yes, and these are all the ingredients that we're going to use. Okay? So first we're going to use some jalapeno peppers that I chopped up already, okay? Then we're going to have some garlic and some onions. And I have everything chopped up, okay? And then, you guys, we're going to need the spaghetti sauce. And those are the two types of spaghetti sauces that I'm using. 3 cheese one and also one with garlic. Then we're going to use some cheddar cheese. Okay. And you need your pasta. So I'm going to use the spaghetti shells right there. And you're going to need some ground beef. Okay. And I got the really lean ground beef also. And these are all the ingredients that we're going to need for the spaghetti bake. Okay? So, let's get started, you guys. This is all the ingredients that you're going to need. Okay? All right. Okay, you guys. Let's get started. Spaghetti bake. This is a spaghetti bake recipe, okay? Okay, guys. So, just make sure that you have your baking pan ready also, okay? Okay, you guys, so what we're going to do first is get the water ready and we're going to boil the spaghetti first, okay? So it can be ready. So I'm just adding a little salt to the water before I put the spaghetti in. And then, you guys, I'm going to add the spaghetti. Just put that whole box in there. And we're going to let it cook while we're getting all the other ingredients ready, okay? So your spaghetti should cook about 10 minutes, okay? Okay, so just make sure that you push your spaghetti down in the water so they can start cooking. Okay, so that's all I'm doing here. Just stirring up the spaghetti in the pot, okay? Just make sure you push them down in the water, okay? Okay, you guys, so now it's time for the meat part of the recipe. So we're going to season up this ground beef, okay? And I got the extra lean ground beef, okay? So we're just going to season up this ground beef, okay? First, I'm going to use some onion powder. Sprinkle that onion powder on it. And then, you guys, I'm going to use some garlic powder, okay? And I'm just going to sprinkle that garlic powder. Okay, next, you guys, we're going to use some Italian seasoning, okay? So just sprinkle a good amount of the Italian seasoning all over, okay? Yes. All right. And it was kind of not coming out as fast as I wanted it to. So that's why it took me a little bit. Okay. Next, we're going to put some regular salt. Not too much, so I always measure my salt. Just put just a tinge. Okay. And that's the salt. With just regular salt, okay, you guys? Now, I'm going to stir it all together to make sure all the spices is all over the ground beef. So just make sure you mix it all together. And that's all I'm doing here. And my glove keeps slipping off. But that's basically what I'm doing here. Just making sure that all the meat is seasoned. Then I'm going to add my garlic that I chopped up already. Mix that with the ground beef. And I'm also adding my onions. Okay. And then I'm going to add my jalapeno peppers. Okay. And that was about 3 of the medium-sized jalapeno peppers that I used. And I chopped it up, okay? You can get those well, actually, I got those at Target. And they were in a bag, the jalapeno peppers. So I used about 3 of those. Okay. And it's not going to be too spicy because jalapeno is not really hot unless you eat the seeds, I guess. But it's a nice medium level for me anyways, you guys. Okay, you guys. Also, I'm sorry. So now I'm going to use some black pepper, okay? You know I got to have my black pepper. Just sprinkle that all over. Okay. Then we're going to stir all that together. And I really got to get some more gloves because these keep coming off. Okay. So I'm just making sure that it's all mixed, you guys. That's it. Then we're going to go to the stove and we're going to cook all this in a skillet, okay? All right. So now, you guys, we're going to go to the stove. Let me clean up my mess. Okay, so that's it. This is how the ground beef should look with all your mixture. Your vegetables and your spices all mixed together, okay? See that? All right. It's going to be delicious. All right, let's go to the stove. Okay, you guys, that's the way it looks. Let's go to the stove. Okay, you guys, so I have a very large skillet because I have a lot of ground beef. So I'm going to use this big skillet, okay? So put your stove on. My stove is on like a medium high. And then you're going to grab your ground beef and your vegetables and put all that in there. All of it, okay? And we're just going to let this cook, you guys, until it's well cooked. Okay? All right. So just going to make sure it's all spread it out throughout the skillet. That's what I'm doing here. Okay. Check the stove again. All right, so we're just going to let this cook until it's well cooked. So I'm just patting it down to make sure that it cooks evenly. Yeah, that's what I do to make sure that it cooks even. So just patting that. Okay, you guys. Okay, and what you're going to see me doing throughout this is just mixing, stirring, and just making sure that the meat is going to get cooked, thoroughly cooked. That's all I'm doing, you guys. Just tossing it over and over in the skillet, okay? Because you want that meat to cook, to be well cooked, okay? So I just keep stirring it. Mashing it. Yeah. And I didn't want to leave the skillet, so I was just standing there, just smashing the meat and flipping it over to make sure that it cooks all the way. That's all. Okay. Just keep tossing it. And I don't have if I had a lid that was big enough for the skillet, I would have used it to put over it for a few minutes, but I don't know what I did with the lid to this skillet. So that's why I'm just standing over the stove and tossing it every few minutes to make sure that it's cooked all the way. Yeah, that's all I'm doing, you guys. Okay. Okay, guys, so it's all done. And sorry, this theme is taking over. Okay, so this ground beef is all done. Look at that. You see that? All done. Okay, and this is the way you want your ground beef to look, okay? All right, so now you guys, we're going to get ready for the spaghetti sauce. We're going to add the spaghetti sauce, and this is the tomato, basil, and garlic one. Okay, so we're going to add all that, the whole jar, okay? Just shake all of that into the mixture. Okay? And then we're going to get the other jar. So I had 2 jars. So the next jar is the 3 cheese spaghetti sauce. Okay? Okay, so I'm going to add that. And I'm going to use the whole jar. Okay? Just shake that in there. And then we're going to mix all this together. All right, you guys. Just mix it all together. I like to see that little pop of green from the jalapeno peppers. So it's not all red. I gotta have some other color in there also. That's why I use the jalapeno peppers. Okay. And I like the spiciness of my spaghetti. It's a little spicy. Just a little bit. It's not too spicy, just a little bit. And you just stir all this together. Make sure it's fully mixed, you guys. And we're just gonna let this simmer on the stove for a few minutes, okay? All right. So I'm just gonna let this simmer for a little bit, okay? Just for about 5 minutes, okay? Okay, guys, so the sauce is ready. Okay, so look at all the nice colors. You see the jalapeno peppers, the onions, and the garlic. I love the color in there. Okay, and here is the spaghetti, and it's all ready, okay? I let it cook for about 10 minutes, and it's ready, okay? All right, so let's get started. Okay, you guys, so this is the cheese that I'm using, okay? It's the cheddar jack. All right. Okay, so now we're going to add the sauce to the pan, okay? Okay, so we're just going to keep adding the sauce to the pan. Make sure the pan is covered, okay, for your first layer. Okay, so now we're going to add the spaghetti. Make sure you spread it out. I'm gonna mix this first layer with the sauce. Okay, so I'm just mixing it, and then I'm gonna spread it out over the pan. Okay. All right. Okay, so now it's time for the cheese. So I'm just gonna add the cheese, spread it out all over. Okay. Okay, guys, so I'm doing this in layers now. Okay, so now I'm adding the spaghetti again. And you just make sure that you cover the whole pan. Okay, make sure the spaghetti's all over. That's all I'm doing here. Okay. Okay, guys, so now we're gonna add another layer of spaghetti sauce, the sauce that we made. Okay. I'm gonna make sure that it's covering the whole pan. Cover all that spaghetti up. Okay. We're almost done, you guys. We're almost to the finish line. Okay, so just make sure you cover all the spaghetti. Sure all the sauce is covered, okay? And we're almost there, you guys. Okay, so now we're gonna add some more cheese. Okay, just sprinkle the cheese all over. And I ran out, so I'm gonna get another bag. But first, let me cover this. Make sure it's covered. Okay, now I'm adding more cheese to cover the whole pan. Okay, get the corners also, you guys. Only you want to taste that cheese when you bite into the spaghetti. Okay, so now we're gonna add another layer of the spaghetti. Okay, we're doing this in all layers. Okay, and just add that spaghetti. Make sure it's covered the whole pan. Make sure you get the corners too, you guys. Push it down a little bit. Okay, now we're gonna add some more sauce to it. Just cover all that spaghetti with the sauce, okay? Pat it down a little bit, but keep putting the sauce all over the spaghetti. And that's what I'm doing for the remainder of this scene, okay? Just putting the remainder of the sauce down on the spaghetti. Okay, you guys? Okay, so now I'm gonna add some Parmesan cheese. Okay, just sprinkle that all over. Now we're gonna add the last layer of cheese. Just sprinkle that all over the top, okay? And we're almost done. We're almost at the finish line. Okay, guys, so I'm just gonna make sure that this cheese is spread throughout the last layer of this spaghetti bake, okay? So just make sure the cheese is covering the whole top layer, okay? Okay, now I'm gonna add some chopped chives, okay? I'm just gonna sprinkle those all over the top. Make it look pretty. Okay, all done. Look at that. Don't she look pretty? Give you a spin. Okay, To the oven we go. All right. So I'm gonna bake it at 350. Okay, you guys, for about 45 minutes. All right. And look at that. All done. And there you have it. Look at that. So delicious. Ooh, that looks so good. Okay, I'm gonna sprinkle some more chives on top for the color. All right, look at that. Don't that look delicious, you guys? Looks so delicious. Mmm. Okay, one more spin. You can see it from all the angles. Okay, let's dig in, you guys. Let me make a plate. Okay, just dig in there. Look at that. Looks so delicious. Don't that look good? Mmm, yummy. Okay, let's make a plate. Dig in there. Get all that cheese, all the meat, the pasta. Oh my God, this is so delicious, you guys. Okay, so we're all done. And there you have it. Spaghetti bake. It's so delicious, you guys. Look at that. All those delicious flavors, the sauce, the meat, the cheese. Oh, so good. Okay, you guys, you gotta try this, okay? Okay, guys, that's it. Thank you, guys. I thank you all for watching, okay? Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Okay, you guys? Thank you. See you next time. See you soon. And please, don't forget to subscribe, okay? Hit that little button. Hit that little button. Thank you, guys. I'll see you on the next one, okay?